of the official Doctor Who channel. As many of you will know, I did one maybe a fortnight ago, but it got finished up getting completely blocked on copyright grounds. So no one apart from me can see it. But so I've decided to do another one, but I'm not going to use any. I'm not going to play any of the videos in it, because if I do that, the same thing won't happen again. I'm trying to. I've had there are just three issues with the first one. There were just three issues with it that have led to it being blocked on copyright grounds. So I'm going to go through it and see what I can do, and hopefully hopefully I'll get it unblocked. It's like you can try to get your sync unblocked, innit? But hopefully I'll do it. But in the meantime, here's right. I'm just going to get YouTube up on my telly so that I can show you the actual channel I'm referring to. It's channel with a high number of subscribers. You see, for anybody who doesn't know about these things, Doctor Who is the longest running science fiction series in the world. And its focus is on a Time Lord from a planet called Gallifrey, who travels through time and space in a sort of spacecraft that's transcendentally dimensionally transcendental. That is, it's bigger on the inside than what is on the outside. And the reason why it's bigger on the inside than on the outside is because it can disguise itself. It's built with a thing inside it called a chameleon circuit, and which can disguise it to blend in with its surroundings, but because hello, because the chameleon circuit is a bit is in need of repair. Throughout most of the series, it's arranged it's retained the appearance of a police box, but it's not a police box. It's a time machine. It can go anywhere in time and space. Hello, Silver, Gabri, Janova. Right, let's get it. So, where are you from? I'm from Northwich in Cheshire. Right. Channel. Here's the actual channel that I'm referring to. Well, welcome to the official home of Doctor Who on YouTube. Travel through time and space in the TARDIS with the best episode clips dating back to the Doctor's whatever, about as far as it will conveniently up to off my telly. There's a couple of things on the on. There's a few things on here that weren't on here before when I did the first review. Anniversary specials then and now. Returning to iconic Doctor Who moments, TARDIS TV. The sassiest moments, Doctor Who. Joy to the World. Preview BBC Children in Need. Doctor Who in 4K UHD. Don't think that was on there last time when I did my first review. I can't show any of these clips because if I do, it will get blocked on copyright grounds, same as the first one did. So I'm only showing them. I'm only showing you what the contents of the channel are. This is new to Who, Doctor Who, Gods of the Whoniverse, new to Who. That was posted 5 months ago. Welcome to Unit. Romancing the Doctor. Here there be monsters. Doctor Who without the Doctor. That was in an episode called 73. A story called 73 Yards, which the Doctor didn't appear very much in. In fact, I'll take it to the top with this. Season 1. The Doctor and Ruby's first TARDIS trip, Space Babies. Meeting the Space Babies. Ruby gets the TARDIS key. What's happening to music? The Devil's Chord. Maestro is summoned. The Beatles defeat Maestro. The Doctor steps on a landmine. That's the story called Boom. Talking to an AI, that's also in Boom. The final countdown, Boom. The Legend of Matt Jack, that's in the episode, the aforementioned episode called 73 Yards. Doctor Who's storylines are a bit complicated these days. It's a bit difficult to understand what's going on with them, really. Escaping the man traps, Dot and Bubble. Allow me to save your lives, Dot and Bubble. The Doctor is a shapeshifter. Rogue. Rogue enters the TARDIS. Rogue sacrifice. The TARDIS lands at Unit. The Legend of Ruby Sunday. They're based in the time window, Legend of Ruby Sunday. The return of Sutek, The Legend of Ruby Sunday. I'll go into a bit more detail about Sutek later. Inside the remembered TARDIS, Empire of Death, the Doctor drags Sutek into the Vortex, Empire of Death. Sutek is destroyed in the Vortex, that's Empire of Death. Ruby and the Doctor say goodbye, Empire of Death. Space Babies in 4K UHD, The Devil's Chord in 4K UHD. Every 15th Doctor outfit so far. That's... This is just the same thing of what we've... Right. We're currently on our 15th Doctor now. And there's... The reason why there's been 15 Doctors is because one... The chief reason is you can't get actors to stick with the part for long enough to keep it as just one person. So they have different actors playing him. But the reason how they fit this into the story, the first Doctor, William Hartnell, played the character from 1963 to 1966, and what happened was he was getting too old and crotchety to continue with that role. So he was getting near retirement. It was getting about time he retired. It's William Hartnell. So the script writers came up with this idea that since Time Lords weren't the same as humanoids, they had this ability to regenerate their bodies, or when they couldn't keep existing in the one they were currently existing in. They didn't die. They regenerated. they would eventually die one day because they only had one regeneration cycle in which you could regenerate 12 times. But the Time Lords could regenerate. They could change their appearance. It's like that song "Dancing in the Dark" by Bruce Springsteen, where he says, "I want to change my clothes, my hair, my face." It's like that. He changes they change in appearance, and this is called regeneration, and Time Lords are capable of it. And the first time regeneration occurred was in a story featured in the Cybermen back in 1966 called The 10th Planet. William Hartnell changed his appearance, and after he changed his appearance, the actor who played him was called Patrick Troughton. And since then, we've had the second time he regenerated. It'd been put on trial by the Time Lords for the offence of stealing a TARDIS, and breaking the Time Lords law on non-intervention in the affairs of other civilizations. And these are two laws that the Doctor had broken. And as a disciplinary measure for breaking these laws, they forced him to regenerate a second time and exiled him to Earth in the 20th century. And the actor who played him after he regenerated the second time was the same actor who played Wurzel Gummidge. It was later on, it was called John Pertwee. He's also been in he was also in the film Carry On Columbus. He's been in played quite a few parts, John Pertwee has. And from this point onward, but up until now, Doctor Who had always been in black and white. But from this point onward, it was televised in colour. And the first episode to be screened in colour was Spearhead from Space, starring John Pertwee as a doctor. And John Pertwee played the part for a short while, up until 1974. Then he regenerated into Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor. Well, Tom Baker is the most well-known Doctor. He continued to play the part for 7 years, and he was well known for his hat and his long multicoloured scarf. And he's actually got his own official website if anyone cares to look for it. But since Tom Baker left the role in the early 80s, and since then the part of the Doctor has been played by Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, who was after Christopher Eccleston. I think it was. It's been played by quite a few actors. He's even been played by one actress, because Time Lords don't always retain the same sex. They don't always retain the same sex, and they don't always retain the same skin colour. And but I tell you this, the current actor to play the Doctor now is called Ncuti Gatwa, and as you can see, that there's Ncuti Gatwa on the left hand side, and as you can see, he's a black actor. No, I don't want to do that. Ncuti Gatwa is a black actor, and the reason why they've got Ncuti Gatwa playing the part now is because prior to him it was played by David Tennant. And David Tennant had played the Doctor before, but the Doctor, the 13th Doctor was a woman. Was a woman. It was played by Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker mysteriously regenerated back into one of her previous incarnations. That was played by David Tennant. And David Tennant was in it for a short while, but he bi-generated. But bi-generation is something that's never happened. He bi-generated into himself, and also this shooty cat who's a different colour, black. So I'm quite impressed with the viewing figures I'm getting tonight for this. Wow, I'm doing well. It was after Christopher Eccleston. It might have been Matt Smith after Christopher Eccleston. Then David Tennant. Peter Capaldi has also played the part. After Peter Capaldi, it was Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker played the part of a Doctor after Peter Capaldi. Most of them haven't kept the role kept on in the role for very long, really. But this is season 1 of Shooty Gatwa's seasons. He's been in it for 1 season, but he's not gonna. If not, they haven't got plans for him to leave yet. He's gonna Shooty Gatwa. He's gonna play the Doctor for quite a bit longer. The Doctor was played by John Hurt as well in one of the specials. He features as the incarnation of the Doctor between the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, and Christopher Eccleston. You see, the thing is, you got to remember that Doctor Who wasn't on television for a long time. It started in November 1963. It started in November 1963, and it carried on and until 1989, when it was dropped by the BBC. It was axed by the BBC in 1989, and at the time, Sylvester McCoy was still playing the part of the Doctor. Well, the Doctor's adventures carried on only in fan fiction. It wasn't on television. There was a couple of special episodes that were made for television. There was the 30th anniversary special, Dimensions in Time, shown in 1993. That was for children in need. They do make episodes of Doctor Who for children in need, and also another TV special featuring Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor. But Paul McGann has only featured in a couple of episodes. He calls himself a George Lazenby as Doctor Who because the actor called George Lazenby was somebody who played James Bond for a very brief period, and Paul McGann therefore calls himself a George Lazenby of Doctor Who. But was it 2000? I think it was 2007. It was either 2005 and 2007. It was officially brought, that the series was officially brought back on, resurrected on TV again, with Christopher Eccleston playing the part of the Doctor. My phone's only on 1%, that's strange. I don't know how it's staying on. What you want me to stop talking? What do you want me to stop talking for? William Hartnell sees the 15th Doctor. The 14th Doctor by generates. You can see it there. The Doctor doubles the TARDIS. They get Ruby meets the Doctor. The church on Ruby Road. It's amazing how they keep on thinking up these stories, and they just keep it going. I bet there's been one or two contradictions in the story lines over the years. The Doctor says Ruby Road, Ruby Buzz. I can't play any of these because I'll tell you Sutek is now. So the Sutek was a rather nasty individual that was featured during the time of during Tom Baker's era in a story called the Pyramids of Mars. Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. And apparently he's been a stowaway in the TARDIS, unbeknown to the Doctor, for a great many years, and the Doctor doesn't really. The Doctor's completely unaware of it. I'm very impressed. I've got to keep this going. I've got my viewing figures are getting for this are fantastic. Got to be kept going. The 14th Doctor there, the 13th Doctor regenerates, the child of a meep. The Doctor Donnery awakens the Starbeast, enter the new TARDIS, the star. My arms are too long, wild blue yonder. Escape from the knock things, wild blue yonder. The Doctor reunites with Wilf. It's like I said, I can't play these clips for you because of copyright, because of offending copyright laws. But you know that's what I'm reviewing this channel for. So these are all the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. She's the best looking Doctor they've had, in my opinion. Flux. Past live streams. There's Doctor Who, played by Tom Bessie, with his hat and his scarf that I told you about. Classic Doctor Who moments. Doctor Who Night, historical edition. Geronimo, the best of 11th Doctor. Doctor Who Night. Doctor Who Night Mystery Edition. Your scariest Doctor Who moments. Doctor Who Night. Friend or foe, chaotic monsters. Try not to cry. The most emotional moment. Doctor Who versus Supernatural. Doctor Who Night. Alonzi, the best of the 10th Doctor. Peak Stephen Moffat moments. Saturday night is when the Doctor doesn't save a day. The biggest compilation extras, entries and exits. The best of the 9th Doctor. Biggest Doctor Who plot twists. Where to start in the Who universe. The Doctor and Ruby's from set to screen. One hour of regeneration, 3 hours of best bits. Doctor Who Confidential. Iconic moments of your favourite companion moments. I maybe could show you some of these, but I don't know which ones are copyrighted. That's the only snag. So I don't know which ones I can and can't show you without getting it blocked on copyright grounds. I'll show you all the created playlists. TARDIS TV, Doctor Who in 4K UHD, Season 1, Behind the Scenes. Doctor Who Season 1. Christmas 2023, The Church on Ruby Road, The 14th Doctor, 2022 specials. Behind the scenes, 60th anniversary specials, Regeneration, 60th anniversary celebrations, Friends and Enemies, 60th anniversary celebrations, The 15th Doctor, The Official Doctor Who. Tales of the TARDIS, New to Who. Behind the Sofa, Series 4, Doctor Who Confidential. Best Moments series, Behind the Scenes, 60th Anniversary Celebrations, Time and Space. Celebrating the Doctor, 60th Science and Technology, 60th Anniversary Specials, Trailers and Previews. The Doctor's Regenerations, The Power of the Doctor, Eve of the Daleks, Legend of the Sea Devils. Companions, The Best of the Doctors, Flux. Challenges. Jodie versus Mandy versus John. Behind the Scenes. Trailers and Previews. Season 19. Yasmin Khan. Season 12. Series 4. Series 12. Series 2. Daleks. Series 3. Audio Stories. Revolution of the Daleks. Daleks. Doctor Who Video Games. New York Comic Con 2020. Corey from the Deep. Time Lord Victorians. Time Fracture. Season 14, Staying in the TARDIS. Subtitle, Series 12, Challenges, Jodie versus Mandit versus Tosin. Season 26, Doctor Who Complications, The Runaway, 363 degrees of AR, Behind the Scenes. Trailers and Previews, Animations, The 13th Doctor, Resolution, The Edge of Time. TARDIS Intro, Series 11, Unit Doctor Who, John Coleshaw. The Collection Account Announcement Trailers, The Macra Terror, Missy, Scratchman, Wilfred Mott. The Collection Trailers, Craig Owens, Scary Moments, Case Files, Access All Areas. Behind the Scenes. Trailers. Doctor Who, Sarah Jane Smith, Mickey Smith, The Waters of Mars, Planet of the Dead, Davros, Cat Dim, John Harkness, Martha Jones, Rory Williams, Amy Pond, Donna Noble, Rose Tyler, The Master, Silurians, that's one of the Doctor's arch enemies, that. Silurians, there is also his enemies, Sontarans. Not Sultanas, Sontarans. Rather ugly looking brutes, aren't they? Like Mr. Potato Head. Ood, they look like human beings with facial deformities. Historical figures, Cybermen, they're sort of robots, them Daleks, they're sort of robots. Weeping Angels, Season 12, The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned, The Next Doctor, The End of Time, A Christmas Carol, The Doctor, The Widow and the Wardrobe, The Snowman, The Time of the Doctor, Last Christmas, Twice Upon a Time, Scores and Music, Series 5, The Women of Doctor Who, Trailers, Series 10, Twice Upon a Time, Teasers, Trailers and Behind the Scenes, The Return of Doctor Mysterio, Sharda, Power of the Daleks, River Song, An Adventure in Time and Space, Doctor Who, The 13th Doctor Trailers, DW Finale Countdown, Series 10, The After Show, Doctor Who, The Fan Show, Series 10, Behind the Scenes, Doctor Who, BBC, Series 10, Teasers and Trailers, Doctor Who, Classic Sontaran Moments, Doctor Who, Classic Master Moments, Doctor Who, Classic Davros Moments, he's the creator of the Daleks, he is, Davros, Doctor Who, Series 10, News and Announcements, The Return of Dr. Mysterio, The Husbands of Rivers. Classic Husbands of River Song, Christmas Special 2015. Classic Cybermen moments, Classmates, Monster Month discussions, Doctor Who The Fan Show, Monster Month, Series 4, Series 3, Series 2, Series 1, Tardex Index Files, Series 9, Classic Weeping Angel moments, Classic Silurian moments, Classic Autumn moments, Series 9 discussions, Doctor Who, the fan. There's the actor was played by John Hurt in briefly in one of the specials. He played the incarnation that between Paul McGann and Christopher Eccleston. The 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who Festival, the Doctor Who Experience, Season 9 Behind the Scenes. Series 9 Behind the Scenes, Series 9 Teasers and Trailers, The Master. There's no end to what's on it. Series 9 Ask the Execs. Ask the Execs, sort of executives, no doubt. Series 9 News and Announcements, Doctor Who Comics, Captain Jack Harkness. Series 8 Doctor Who The Fan Show, Music Week, Doctor Who Music. A decade of new Doctor Who, the science of Doctor Who, title sequences, me, you and Doctor Who, culture special, Doctor Who Live, the next Doctor, Gallifrey, home of the Time Lords, the Day of the Doctor, the 50th anniversary, Series 8 teasers and trailers, the Daleks, the Doctor's deadliest enemy, the Doctor Who World Tour, Doctor Who Confidential, the best bits, Throwback Thursday on Doctor Who, more from the official Doctor Who 50th celebration, the Rani, Kate O'Mara's best moments, the Weeping Angels, Don't Blink, Elizabeth Sladen's greatest Doctor Who moments. She was, and Elizabeth Sladen was playing the part of a journalist called Sarah Jane Smith. And she was one of the Doctor's companions who went round with him in the TARDIS, and she was in it for a long time. And the first story she was featured in was called the Time Warrior, I think. The Time Warrior. That had Sontarans in it, not Sultanas, Sontarans. But the last story that she was featured, that she acted in, was called The Hand of Fear. Series 7, Part 2, Matt Smith's final series, live from the official Doctor Who 50th celebration. The Day of the Doctor, Friends of Doctor Who celebrate the 50th anniversary. The 11th Doctor, missing episodes recovered, The Web of Fear and the Enemy. The 10th Doctor, David Tennant. The 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. The 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. Doctor Who San Diego Comic Con. The 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. Happy River Song Day, the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison. Doctor Who, Series 7. They're a nuisance, aren't they, mobile phones? Now, let's go back to where we were before we were. I tell you what, I'll end this now. I'm gonna do a part 2 of it, and when my phone's a bit more charged up.